Hello, this is TLV with 100,000 diamonds plus. And today I think we will finish up the Arcane Frame Quarry, the coding part. And we're gonna do the last part here. I think we'll be able to do it, really. As you can see here, I have written ALR and AF here. This is something we haven't really defined in our program yet. And we'll look into what that is. So this is, and I'll show you in 1 second. And we will also review what we have done. But first we'll look into the loop that I finished with in the last episodes. So let's get down to the bottom here. So I wrote an until while loop, reverse while loop here using repeat and until. So that doesn't work. Or this is not how you can use a call for the arguments in a while loop like this. So you have to write like this, like I did here. This is a regular while loop that has two arguments. XY is not equals to LF and XY is not equals to LB. So kind of similar to the if argument here. So I can't just write like this down here. That doesn't work. So this will do. And we'll just have to add on here for all the different arguments here. So let's see, XY is not equals to, let's change the keyboard setup again. What else do we want? LFLB right forward, and XY is not equals to right backwards, right? What else? Now we got 4 arguments. We also want, whoa, what happened there? My mouse just fucked up. Oh, this song is so nice. It's not equals to forward left, and XY is not equal to forward back, and 2 more, and XY is not equals to left back left, and XY is not equal to back right. Okay, there we go. Now we have fixed the loop here, and we need an end, of course. So this loop will kind of run similar as the repeat loop, because before this loop runs we haven't defined our variables here, the LF and stuff. So it will actually run once before we can check if the arguments are true. So this loop is valid, so to speak. And now we will actually, before reviewing the code, adding the last part here, like you will see here. For example, in the xMove, I added the left part, right, forward, but I left out the backward for reviewing, so we can easily, quickly add it. But there is something missing to this frame quarry, and that is this one: arcane left, arcane right, arcane forward, and arcane back. So if I see if you remember what it was, so let's check it out. If we get over here to the arcane frame quarry, so right now our frame quarry is digging down and moving as it should, using these arcane bores down here. But we're not using these bores. And these are also 4 different bores with 4 different receivers added to them. Dig down. Oh, that's not the right one. This guy, is he getting? Yeah, he has a redstone signal in the inside there. Can I access him? Yeah. Arcane Frame Quarry 1. Dig back. Alright. Nice. And we have our deployer. with a water bucket. So you wanna define these guys. And I think I'm not gonna use water for this one. I'm gonna set him to, let's see, here. Can I set him to dig? Where's the digger? Dig down. Okay. 154. So he can be 154 as well, I think. That's gonna be fine. So if this one digs, it's gonna dig continuously. Wait, first let's test this. 155 water. If I continuously pulls 155 here, what's gonna happen? Just a signal that's, yeah, that's fine. So I'm holding my button right now. That's fine. And I release it and I click it again. Just to make it easy, I think we'll use this on the same one for now. This is gonna work. I think it's gonna work. So let's get home back to base. And let's add this code. And I thought how to do it, and I thought the easiest way to add this code would be in the digger actually. So let's edit AQ. Let's get into the digger here. So first we need to define this. Local arcane left. Local. We only want these variables in the digger here. Arcane right. Local arcane forward, local arcane backwards. And what should these guys do? Let's see here. So we want two colors at the same time for a little while, right? So we want the digger and the arcane left to run at the same time for a certain amount of time. So we want white and lime, for example. So let's check on how to do it. So let's get some help from the API. Help red power. Okay, so this is how we combine colors. Colors combine. So colors combine, colors red, colors blue. So let's see if we can do that. Exit. No. Edit AQ. Just colors combine. There we go. So arcane left should be colors combine, colors white, and colors of lime. I think. Let's check it out again. Help red power. For fuck's sake! Come on now! There's a space there. Maybe I don't think that matters. No, that's just to make it clear. Yeah. Colors that red, colors blue. Okay. So now we got the left part. So I think I can do this in only 8 if statements and not 12, and I will show you how. First, let's get the variables here so we can more easily write this code. Colors.combine. Colors white. And colors, I don't know for now. Combine. What do we got here? White. Whoa. Colors combine. Same shit again. Just to make it easier. And I use a comma here and a dot here. So let's check the cables. So we do the lime is left. Pink, right? I don't know what comes next. I guess it's gray or some shit. Gray, light gray. Gray, light gray. Pink, gray, light gray. Pink, lime, arcane right, pink, arcane forward, gray, arcane back, light gray. Okay, that should be fine. Let's see here, colors, pink for arcane right. Ooh, the brackets, I forgot about it. that fucking bracket. Forge be gray then, gray. And here we go, light gray. So now we have a combination of codes here. So let's put these to use. First, we only want to use the digger, right? We want to be able to move without digging. So I think I'm gonna start by using an if statement here. If depth actually is not equal to 0, then. So this code will only run if depth is not equal to 0. So if we run we write 0 in the program starts for depth, we don't even have to run all this code because we just don't want to dig at all. But the moving part should dig in the... This is a dilemma actually. Because the digger is... I made this Arcane Frame Quarry so it can dig in the left and right direction if there's any trees in the way or whatever. Maybe I'll do some special code about for that. Well, let's first see how we can do this code quickly. I think I want to do like this. Without I have to editing my other code, I can take the X direction, Y direction and the X reverse here. Let's see here. So what we want to do in our code is when the digger starts, we want to check, right, if the criteria is met for a certain action. So we want to check if X there. So we have to do 8 of these actually, if I don't want to edit the rest of the code. We start with left, or X rev equals to left, and depth, no, X temp equals 10. No, 0, right? No, 10. Well, let's see if I can explain this, what I'm doing now. This is pretty smart because we want our X temp to be 10 before we do the digger, right? Let's check this code here again. When it enters the X movement, it only sets the X temp for the first way. That's not good. That's not what I want. That's not good. 10 or more. Okay. This is gonna work, I think. Equals... the X temp is bigger or same as 10. Then what am I doing here? Fuck this 0 here. So why am I doing bigger or equals 10? Let's see if I can explain this here. Because when the digger that's inside the X direction runs, it will be based on the X temp. If that's true, then it will take the direction left, for example, when it's moving left in the xMove. If I check my mouse here, it's moving X left. and it also digs a little to the left and digs down and left and down. But once it, so we want this digger to be related to the Y move direction. So, and at the moment it gets into the get digger standalone here. Xtemp should be 0, so that should be a separate one here. So let's write all the ones here. Got the R, or I will finish up this code off camera. Let's just make 2 of them. And xtemp bigger or 10 then. 10 then, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's another way to do this except 8 times. And we have else if Y direction equals left and xtemp is smaller, right? Smaller than 10. I can put them together so it looks better, I guess. Yep. Okay, so these are our different criterias. Y direction. Right, and xtemp. So how do we want the code to look in the digger? So the code is gonna be same for all of these. So we only need to code one here now. So let's start with the first one. First I want to think, what do I want to do here? We want to, let's get the colors right. I was copying pasting right again. Back colors, no, we just do the AL, right? That we defined up here in the locals, the combined white and lime. So this should be the AL, right? And then we want to sleep for, I think 30 seconds should be good. 30, 300. No, fuck that. Okay. Digging 30 seconds in left and right. I think that would clean up any obstacle in that direction once it moves. That's enough. And then we just want to set the bundled cable. Output. I just copied this code. Why am I writing it? Just for principle, I'm gonna call it white, and then we just only want white, so we don't waste the fuel and stuff on our Arcane Frame Quarry. And this sleep should be depth minus 30. Okay, I hope you're following me there. So it, instead of being 630 seconds, this is only gonna be 600, right? Because we removed the 30. And then we do just do the security one to 0. Reset it. And sleep for maybe 0.2 or whatever. So that's the code. And I think I got all the statements here. So so for example so I just have to write the same code all the time, because the statement says this takes the Y direction. If it's R and xtemp is different, less than 10, then it's only gonna execute this one. So we just have to define, but it's gonna be based off the R again. So we want the arcane R. We want the AR here as well, the pink and the white. So we just follow what it says here, L here for example, and it should be AL. The right direction should be AR. So I think we can keep this code here. We don't even have to erase it. Oh, I was playing with another way to do it, with math mod to so it would reverse it, but I would take up even more if statements, I think. How did I think here using math.mod? Math.mod is a division and it takes the rest, what's left over of the division. If it's equal dividable by 2 and it gives no extra, and then it's true, right? So I thought maybe if you put in R, so when it's uneven, the extemp is uneven, then it should like do R, and then when it gets to 0 it should do left and stuff like that, the opposites. But I don't know, we'll leave it out for now. So it's in a comment right now, so we don't use that shit. Fuck that shit. And end here, right? For our if shit. No, we need 2 ends. We need to end both of the end here. Should be fine. Whew. And why don't I? So we're so close to done now. It's really just here. But this episode is running a little long. Maybe I'll write one more here for the Y direction, and you will see. Let's do the Y direction right here, for example. And then we finish this episode. So what do I want to do? Set bundle to AR. It's that simple. Sleep for 30. Then we take the old code here. That's how Digger looked from the beginning. These 3 lines starting here. That's how the Digger looked from the beginning. We just keep it. Color white. We'll sleep to depth minus 30. If I can get it. Time until bedrock. Set the bundle cable back to 0 and just maybe do some security here. 0.2. Before executing any other code. Alright, so I just gotta add up all these difference here. So I got, for example here, let's see, else if x forward, and else if x direction, what should this one be? Backwards, right? So then we got 4 x direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need 4 of these guys as well.
We are looking at a machine called an electronic sound synthesizer.
Y direction. Define them all here. What do I want? Forward. And else if I think this will work. Back. So with this code edited like this, we will include the left digging sideways as well into the code. So let's see, I'm gonna add up the rest of the code and we'll see if it works. And the last episode we'll do the last bit of coding and we'll also test out the shit. So we'll see how it runs. How about that? So see you guys in the next episode.